Hello everyone and welcome to our channel Digital Wings. Our today topic in articulation series is small talk. This is the second video in articulation series. In first video I explained about what is art of articulation and different types of articulation parameters. If you didn't watch first video, please feel free to go and take a look. Video link in the description. Now let's come to today's topic. Yeah. Today's topic is small talk. Nonsense of small talk. Mastering the nonsense of making small talk can enhance your client meetings and builds a stronger connections. It will help to build stronger connections in the client meetings. So let's get started. Here I listed out four essential tips to help you to use small talk effectively in client meetings. Make a connection with small talk. It's crucial to make a connection with your small talk. Use common experiences. This can be anything from a recent conference you both attended to similar challenges you face in your current job or anything. Discuss the person's hometown or business location. Like everyone loves to talk about where they come from or their workspace or mention their college or school. This can bring back old memories and establish a sense of mutual trust and friendship. Talk about common interests or likes, whether it's a hobby or a favorite book or a popular TV show. Finding common ground is the key to establish a small talk. Stay engaged in the conversation. Next, stay engaged in the conversation to show your genuine interest. Ask questions and listen actively. This shows that you values the other person's input. Pay attention to the person. This means making eye contact, nodding, and smiling. Notice small things as conversation started. Maybe they have an interesting piece of jewelry or unique way of dressing style. Do research about the person to know more about them. A little preparation goes a long way. Next, it's also important to avoid difficult or sensitive topics like steer clear of politics, religion topics, morals, or personal appearances or intense opinions. These are the some things easily lead to discomfort or disagreement. Finally, be attentive to how other person feels during the conversation. You can observe body language like crossed arms or a serious look, which might indicate discomfort. Do not insist if the other person isn't interested. Recognize if the conversation feels forced or tense and gracefully change the topic or end it. Here are some additional tips to keep in mind. Small talk should be light and easy. Don't overthink it, keep it simple. Avoid discussing topics that could offend or challenge opinions. Adapt or end small talk if isn't not going well. It's better to move on than to persist in a conversation that's not working. Remember, small talk is an art and like any skill, it gets better with practice. So next time you are in a client meeting, use those steps and make a great impression. Now we are going to our next topic in small talk. How people around the world use small talk. Small talk might sense universal, but it's actually practiced very differently around the world. Let's take a global tour of small talk. In United States, small talk is common and even expected. Conversation often start with a polite remark, usually made by people when they first meet to show they are friendly or even with strangers. People often exchange greetings like how are you or nice weather we are having. It's a way to break the ice and establish a friendly rapport. Um, Moving to Scandinavia, which includes Sweden, Finland, and Norway. Small talk is not common here. Here, conversations are meant for meaningful dialogues, not just filling time. When they ask, "How are you doing?" they genuinely care about your answer. Next, we will move to Brazil. In Brazil, small talk is a big part of the culture. Like Brazilians are fond, like to like someone of small talk and readily engage in it. Saucer is a safe topic. A saucer is a game, but having some knowledge in about saucer is expected. People in Brazil are open to conversing with anyone. Next, move to Arab countries. In Arab countries, small talk is very common and often revolves around sports, tech gadgets, and food items. These topics are safe and universally engaging too. Next, in Russia, the concept of easy talk is preferred over small talk. Russians enjoys in-depth discussions rather than superficial topics like sports or weathers. Then moving to China. In China, small talk during first meetings is used for building relationships. Sharing positive experiences in China is a good conversation starter. Then moving to our country, India. In India, small talk is appreciated and social matters are polite topics. In India, we can expect more personal questions because people want to establish trust. Then moving to Germany. In Germany, small talk is less common. In people prefer getting straight down to business. Efficiency and directness are valued in conversations. Then finally, West Africa. In West Africa, small talk is a casual and follows a ritual. It's commonly used to ask about health, family, and work. Politeness involves inquiring about each other's lives, without searching into personal details. It's fascinating how different cultures approach a small talk. Understanding these nuances can help us communicate better and build stronger connections across the world. Then, our next topic in the small talk is elevator pitch. An elevator pitch is a brief, strong speech that you use to spark interest in what your organization does. You can also use it to create interest in your projects or an idea or in yourself or in a presentation. A good elevator pitch should last no longer than a short elevator ride of 20 to 30 seconds, which means elevator pitch should be in end in 20 to 30 seconds. Uh, then it should be interesting, memorable, and unique. It also needs to explain what makes you or your organization, product, or idea to be unique. Now, when to use an elevator pitch? Some people think this kind of thing is only useful for salespeople who need to pitch their products and services. But you can use an elevator pitch in other situations too. For example, you can use elevator pitch to introduce your organization to clients or customers. You could use one in your organization to sell a new idea, or you could even craft one to tell people what you do for a living. Then creating an elevator pitch. It can take some time to get your pitch right. Follow these steps to create a pitch, but think in mind that you will need to vary your approach depending on what your pitch is about. First thing, identify your goals. Start by thinking about the objective of your pitch. Second one, explain what you do. Start your pitch by describing what your organization does. Focus on the problems that you solve and how you help other people. If you can add information or a statistic that shows the value in what you do. Let's move to third one. Communicate your USP. USP means unique selling proposition. Identify what makes you and your organization or your idea to be unique. You will want to communicate your USP after you have talked about what you do. Next, engage with a question. After you are communicated your USP, you need to engage your audience. To do this, prepare open-ended questions to involve them in a conversation. Make sure that you are able to answer any questions that might come back to you. Next one, put it all together. When you have completed each section of your pitch, put it all together. Then read it aloud and time how long it takes. It should be no longer than 20 to 30 seconds. Otherwise, you risk losing the person's interest and monopolizing the conversation. Some tips: try to keep a business card or other takeaways items with you to help the other person remember you and your message. That's all about small talk. I hope you enjoyed this video on small talk. If you found this content helpful and you learn something new, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share and leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay updated with upcoming articulation videos. Stay connected with digital wings and happy learning.